Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube video. This time, I will be going to give you a basic tutorial on how to use Microsoft Project to your everyday work. Hope you can find this video helpful and like this video and be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Before we start on the actual demo, let's answer some few questions. I already have Microsoft Excel. Why do I need to use Microsoft Project? First and foremost, if you are a project manager, Microsoft Project Application is an optimal tool on creating project plan, which is a standard artifact for project management. On the knowledge areas that you need to consider as part of your project plan, you can effectively manage tasks, milestones, resource, cost, and most importantly will be the schedule. Microsoft Project has auto-configured ready parameters that you can use to make your project plan and task management easier and automated. Even if you are not a project manager, as long as you would like to measure or manage your task, then MS Project is something for you, as this is in minimum can measure the progress of your task and map out your task owner or necessary responsible person for your task. Now we can get started. Please continue watching this video as I start showing you how to actually use Microsoft Project for your basic function and usage. To start, I will open my Microsoft Project application where you can search in this search box and type project. So I select project. So as you can see, there are multiple templates available, but for this tutorial session, let me start with using the blank project template. Now this will be the blank project template. Before we go with the actual encoding of the task, let me just give you a quick walkthrough of the components of this application. So first will be the ribbon part. So for the ribbon, there are several main features coming from the task, the resource, the report, project, view, help, and format. In the middle part, you can see a timeline view wherein you can add tasks here so that you can have a graphical representation of the activities, the task, together with its timeline. Now, on the right part, later on, once we encoded task, you will see some graphical representation on this part as well. So let me start on encoding the task under the task name column. So I'll put my project, which is my project name, initiation, project proposal, project approval, planning, macro planning, detailed planning, then execution / realization / integration, then concept, design, dev / build, integration, test / validation, deliver, and closing. Now, I already indicated all of the tasks that we wanted to use as part of this tutorial session. Now, what I'm going to do next is to highlight row number 2 until row number 15 because all of these tasks will be under my main project, which is my project. So what I'm going to do is go to the task ribbon and select indent task. So now all of the tasks became indented and roll up as part of the my project, which is my main project name. So what I'm going to do next is to create a primary task and subtask. So my first primary task under my project, my main project, is initiation. So I will highlight project proposal and project approval because these two subtasks are under the primary task of initiation. So what I'm going to do is go to the task ribbon and select indent task. Now the project proposal and project approval now roll up to initiation primary task. Now I'll do the same on the next primary task after initiation, which is planning stage. So the macro planning and detailed planning rolls up to planning. So I'll have this as subtask under planning. I'll go to the task ribbon and select indent task. Next, after planning, I can already do the execution part. So under execution, there's concept, design, dev, integration, test, and deliver. So I'll go to the task ribbon and select indent task. So right now, as you can see, all of these tasks highlighted are under the execution, primary task, and last but not the least, after execution, you can do the closing phase of your project. So under the closing, let me type closing meeting. So the closing meeting will roll up under the closing primary task. So let me go to the task ribbon and select indent task. Now I already refined and categorized all of my primary task and subtask. So as you can see, we created 4 primary task or summary task. One will be initiation, next one will be planning, third one will be execution, and the fourth one will be closing. So what I'm going to do next is to set the schedule of my subtask. So what I'm going to do is I will highlight all of this, go to the task ribbon and select auto schedule for each and every task. So meaning I don't need to manually schedule. Once I set the duration and the start date of the project, everything will be automatically computed for you. Okay, so I'll start off for the project proposal. I'll say duration is 1 week. Project approval, 0 day. Macro planning will take me 1 week. Detailed planning, it will take 2 weeks. Concept will be 1 week. Design will be 1 week. Dev will be 2 weeks. Integration will be 2 weeks. Testing will be 1 week. And delivery is 0 day. Then the closing meeting will happen probably 1 day for the project team and 1 day for the steering committee. So I'll put 2 days. Now, you can observe that since all of the tasks are configured or set into auto-scheduled, so when I encoded the duration, then your start and finish dates were all automatically populated. So meaning referring to the duration that you set, Microsoft Project application already helped you out by indicating automatically the start date and the finish dates. Now, what I'm going to do next, since I already have my schedule, so I'm thinking that my activities might be of sequence, so meaning they have dependency on each other. So I'm going to set this task as in they will be into sequence. So what I'm going to do is I'll start off with the initiation. So for the initiation, I'll highlight project proposal and project approval. I'll go to the task ribbon and I'll select this button, which is link the selected task. So I'll select this one. Then under planning, macro planning, and detailed planning, same thing. I'll go to the task ribbon and select link the selected task. I'll go to the execution primary task, go to the task ribbon and select link the selected task. So right now, I link all of the tasks under each primary task. So how can I check if everything has been linked accordingly? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand my view. So since I expanded my view, you can see that there's a column named predecessors. So the predecessor is stating which task is dependent into which task. So giving an example, so for the project approval, under the predecessor column, it says that the predecessor will be number 3. So meaning, or the interpretation, project approval is dependent on row number 3, which is the project proposal. Another example is under planning. So it says detailed planning is dependent on number 6, which is detailed planning is dependent on row number 6, which is macro planning, and so on and so forth. So that's how the predecessor works, and that's how you can sequence your subtask, by the way. Now, the next step is, what if June 24 is not my project start date? So meaning I wanted to start or indicate a different start date of my project. So you can do that, by the way. So to be able to do that, you can go to the ribbon again, select the project ribbon, select move project. So right now, a box appeared, and you can see here that the original project start date is June 24, and you can set a new project start date. So I'll modify this one, and let's say I wanted to start by July 1. So if I'm already comfortable with this new project start date, I just press OK. And once I press OK, you can see that your start date already moved accordingly. So right now, my project proposal, which will be my first subtask for my project, so my first task for my project already moved into July 1 as my start date. So the next information that I would like to share will be on this right portion. There's a graphical representation of your task. So the one in the emerald blue representation is showing the duration of your subtask. Like for example, for project proposal, it says 1 week duration. So you can see that it will happen in July 1 to July 7. Then another one will be macro planning, which is another subtask. Then it's in emerald blue again. So it says it's happening from July 1 to July 7, which is a 1 week duration. And right now, the one in the black bracket will be your primary task. So initiation is your first primary task. So you can see that it will be 5-day long, happening from July 1 to July 7. So this will be another representation of your schedule, wherein you can see on a per task or on a per primary task that you have, you can see from another view or graphical representation how long or what the duration will look like, including the sequence. So you can see that there's arrow as part of this graphical representation, wherein it will interpret that this task is happening prior the next task. That's why there's an arrow. So there will be a sequence and dependencies as needed based on what you set on your project plan or your task plan. Now, we reached the end of this video where I taught you the basics of using Microsoft Project by detailing your task and setting the duration and schedules. Please watch our next videos to learn more about the other features of Microsoft Project with setting the progress report, resources, task, and logic of predecessors. So this will be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Kindly like this video if you find this very helpful, and kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much.